Te dije adiós, llegaste tarde para despedirnos. Y si el destino apresurado quiso herirnos, yo descubrí una solución para el dolor. Hice la canción que me pedías cuando aún no te quería. Y un día, mientras reías, el sol acarició mi corazón. Con flores te llevaste mi tristeza con colores. Dibujaste la nobleza de la mano. A tu lado creció nuestra ilusión. A ciegas nos entregamos aunque muchos se opusieran. Disimulamos nuestro amor, nos inventamos en cada rincón nuestra canción.
Having some unbelievable games in Dream League. This is a Rubiuh versus an Underlord. So, stealing Firestorm, it's pretty crazy, but let's see how things kick off. Let's see how EG looks to make the map look with constant aggression. Because I'm gonna look at them. I want to see some tri-quad lanes, constant moves around, and kill, kill, kill. Hello there.
So if we get some early action, here's the team's smoke up. Of course, we've seen a lot of smoke shenanigans sort of around the portals where teams like to set up on the high ground.
Yeah, we literally had, what, 2 or 3 times the 5v5 at the level 1. So it looks like EG, they're trying to get a read of the lanes immediately. They place this ward that, I think this ward is kind of similar as it always has been, where you can scout, see who's going to be positioning where. Gaming, they're being a little bit more careful. I would say for them, their lanes are a bit weaker. It's going to take some time for them to get stronger, at least this bottom lane in particular. Chen, I know Peter was talking about it on the panel. This hero, it gets unbelievably strong, but the first couple levels can be a bit weak. So I think EG, they're going to look to punish that, set themselves off to a good tempo with constant kills. And let's see how many kills they can get. Let's see if they can get that snowball rolling.
And how much of a sort of a difference are we going to be feeling with Muerta? With sort of the change/fix to the fact that you're no longer getting that completely unblocked amount of damage with the gunslinger procs of Pierce the Veil?
I guess we'll see. I think they definitely have a lot of damage that goes through this Pierce the Veil also, which is going to be interesting. But overall, looking at it, I'm not sure. We'll see how much it does affect it. Because this hero still, I think it's very similar of how you get to a certain point and you're going to just be killing everybody anyway, because you just do so much overwhelming damage. But
yeah, I'm excited to see this
learn
matchup. Quinn on the Pango against C-Smile on the Void Spirit. Very much heard the panel talk up Chris on the Void Spirit. Would you agree this is the sort of hero you like to see him on?
Yeah, he's played, I think, 4 or 5 games of it on this patch, and he's won every single one of them. He's doing various different builds, too. One game I was watching, he did a Dagon build. Another game, he rushed Desolator. And then besides that, he did the Echo Saber kind of build that we saw from, I think, from Thompson and from several other players as well, too. So curious to see which route he goes down. And this is an old classic lane, right? We used to see this one all the time before Void Spirit got nerfed a lot. So this barrier versus shield that kind of comes out constantly. And yeah, you can see Gaming, they're very prepared for early rotations, for early movements. The wards are being placed on the gates, but same thing to be said.
I mean, yeah, but what is sort of the meta going to become around sort of planting the vision around gates? Do you have to do this? And then in that case, is it not just always going to get dewarded? You know, what are we going to see with kind of obs regarding the twin gates?
I think it's absolutely necessary. It's just we're going to have people moving so much and always going for constant kills and quad lanes. So I think ideally, you probably just want to ward your own every single time.
But isn't it always going to sort of be a free duel? Because you have to put it in that area, right? There's no other way to get vision on the actual portal entrance.
Yeah, I've actually saw some carry players even starting with Sentry, and they dewarded it.
Yeah,
because they knew it was going to be there.
That's going to be the case,
and that's free money, right? Yeah. So who knows? Like, we're gonna learn a lot off of this tournament.
Yeah, definitely going to be sort of a case of damned if you do, damned if you don't. First blood top. If they can take down. I mean, Picard's, he's trying to stand his ground against Tofu, and with the help of Panda,
Got him.
they'll get away with it. Very nicely done there. EG cleaning up the 2 kills in the safe lane.
Very good lane. I think they said on the panel.
They said, yeah, Pudge CM.
One of the best lanes. Best killing lanes, that is.
Definitely showing it there with that early bit of action from Evlilgenious is exactly what they need.
And they're going to have a good chunk of answers, at least for like the, as we see Ace. I was wondering if he is just going to go down the standard beast build, the Dominator. They have CM. They have Pudge. They got ways to insta-kill. So it's going to be interesting to see how that ends up going down. Courier.
He's sending the creep after it.
Can't quite get it. It's so close.
It's going in. It's unsuccessful on the mission. Top lane. Trying to get Picard's a little bit lower here, Tofu and Ace. Now they can start to step up the spam themselves.
I like that they have the blood grenade. I think that's exactly what I want to see from EG on these heroes. Just they want to be getting constant kills in these laning phase. So blood grenade. It also got. I actually really like that they did that, where you can stack now as well too. I think we're going to see quite a bit of those inside the laning phase, which we already were. But looking at bottom, that's a lot of denies on the Muerta. That's 9. Racho getting quite a bit.
Oh, I'll get the hook. It's a bit risky to push for the kill, but I mean, Picard is going to try. He's rather low himself. If he can actually get Tofu, he can't. He's going to get sent far away with the telekinesis. Another set of axes. Picard's very low himself.
And now you have to be a little careful of how aggressive you go on Tofu also, because he has Fairy Fire, 7-1, and he got the Healing Lotus. So it can quickly turn onto his pause. Careful.
Spammed incredibly low. He's got to be careful for another round of axes as well.
Yeah, and even though they did get this double kill up top, I mean, look at the last hits already. Across the board, Gaming, they're kind of crushing the lanes. Bottom. 14 last hits on the Underlord, but it's 9 deny still on the Muerta. She's getting that farm. And they did get both of the Healing Lotuses themselves. Not the start I don't think that EG wants so far, even though they've gotten the 2 kills. The lane's looking excellent for Gaming. And I mean, Quinn is dominating mid. 28-4 to 15-1.
Oh my goodness.
That is a big deal.
That is... Yeah, I'm pretty much doubling the outcome that Chris has been able to get from that mid. This Pango, no doubt about it. Quinn's having the start to completely ball out of control and get that sort of quick first major item timing.
I mean, Void Spirit, this hero crawls now. Look at this movement speed.
They just hit.
You're actually so slow. So it's going to be interesting to see how Chris does recover. I think they're going to have to look to see some lanes perhaps be broken, maybe relatively early on the side of EG to try to stabilize what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, Quinn's going to hit 6 sort of far before Chris. And then there's going to be the opportunity for Quinn to maybe catch out Chris before he has the Astral Step ready.
I want to see them check power runes for Chris for sure. Yeah. I think the CM or the Disruptor, these are good heroes in order to make early moves. And I still see a lot of teams playing around the 6-minute power rune to set up their mid laner for success. Yeah, this is crazy. 35-6 to the 19-1.
This way.
I mean, Quinn just off to a hot start today. Of course, GamingGladiators, they've been on quite the streak. They look fantastic at the last major, fantastic in Dream League, and coming in so far with these lanes. First game of the Berlin Majors, looking pretty solid.
Is Chris all right?
In particular.
Something's up. Quinn's like, oh, look at him. He's like, I am dominating mid right now. He knows.
He feels how well this is going.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell sometimes when you're getting every single last hit, right? It's 5 minutes in, he has 36. I feel like he's actually only missed maximum 4 of them.
I hope that's all right. Chris does look a bit frustrated there.
Yeah, something's going on with him right now. I mean, you don't see it like this one-sided. We used to, like I was saying, we used to see this matchup a lot, and Void Spirit has gotten nerfed and Pango got kind of rebuffed, but yeah, this is a crazy start for Quinn.
No. Well, hopefully everything's all right.
Yeah, I hope so. He's already he's 700 gold ahead of him, so that's what those last hits actually reflect. That's pretty damn significant in the laning phase.
That's very low here in this matchup.
And he does not have a point in Assimilate either, so Pango at 6, he might just be able to
that's what I'm saying. Level 6, there's huge kill potential for Quinn.
Bottom lane also, Matthew. Can he get away?
These body blocks as well. Celery, perfect micro to make sure you cannot escape the lane.
And Disruptor, I mean, he probably just TP's mid, and you maybe want to just help your Void Spirit, because yeah, level 6 on Pango's been hit.
You got to do something mid.
You sure do. There we go, Panda making a move. Can they get a kill set up on Dyrachyo?
He's still got a Lotus if he
He
needs.
still has the healing Lotus.
So, I don't think they're taking this man down.
No, and he gets the silence onto them as well. Mid
And in the
lane,
mid, here we go. 6 is hit. Rolling Thunder's there.
he's going down.
He's gone. It has not been the greatest of mid lanes here for Chris. He is having a rough start today against Quinn. And yeah, sure, Matthew sort of heads over, but the thing is, GamingGladiators themselves, they bring these 2 supports in, they get the kill, they get the power and control. It does feel like this is becoming a little bit too much for what EG needed to be getting done with their draft this game. This is a tough start.
Tough start, and there's a ton of answers, as we've been mentioning, for GamingGladiators in order to play versus this draft. Like the pipes, the auras, they're going to be significant. Even it's early tellings, of course, with how the laning phase are going, but the fact that they're winning the lanes with a Chen,
sure.
The fact that they're doing excellent in the top lane as well, too, versus this Pudge CM, it's going to dictate a lot of what's going to be coming soon. And they punish Tofu. He's tankier than he looks.
Yeah, it just feels awkward as well to chase for a kill. They know there's a high chance there's going to be more behind him.
Yep.
Can't really go for those sort of moves, unfortunately.
And quick efficiency plays. Tofu immediately backs up. He's going to double stack. It's old school, well, old school. Last patch strats, of course, still with the Beastmaster, be able to buff up that. And oh, Celery. He's going to be able to snatch the wisdom.
I don't think there's any chance, really, of EG making it over to take GamingGladiators, right?
No, definitely not. Ace already grabbed it.
Oh, he did. There we go.
Oh, cool. And Ace is the one who takes it, so he's probably like, I want my level 6 really early, because with 6 on Beastmaster, they can even just punish, perhaps, onto this Pudge, even though Pakaz, he is having that really good game. It's going to be a lot up to him to dictate, I guess, this early game, since the Void Spirit's super shut down. Same thing for the Underlord. So these two, at least, are still having these good games.
Sure. Yeah, it's really going to sort of be the proof in the pudding of whether Pakaz, is he going to turn up and kill people, or is he going to turn up, try and kill people and not quite do enough damage?
Yep.
So yeah, Quinn with another attempt in the mid, but Chris has now got the 6. So
he might be zoned down. Oh my god.
He's dead.
He's dead.
Quinn's done it again. Down on the bottom lane, Dyrachyo is getting gone upon. They'll get the glimpse back.
Nice.
TP's coming in. Dyrachyo will fall, but the question is if Matthew and Whisper can get out of this one. Tofu's going to chase down Matthew. Quinn's easily able to cut down Whisper. Telekinesis is there. Tofu is going to have this with a couple more right clicks.
Panda's got to get out of there. And he will. I mean, they make a big rotation on the side of VG, but it just responded instantly from Gaming. And these... I mean, Quinn just having such an unbelievable start. He's doubled the net worth of Chris. He's making the better... I mean, he's making the rotations because he can, because he gets the kills. And he even now gets the rune. He's just having, like, the perfect game. Can they punish him?
TP's coming in. I mean, they have to. They've got to do something about this Pangolier.
He's got Illusion Rune.
He's away.
He's still fine. A devastating start.
Yeah, it's going to be super fast defusal timing on Quinn.
Scary defusal game, too. Playing versus Void Spirit, playing versus Underlord, playing versus Pudge. These low mana heroes. I mean, Void Spirit has a good amount of mana, but the other two side lane heroes definitely get punished heavily from this. And how the level's looking. I mean, Celery's level 5 already at this point, too, on the Chen. Things are going to accelerate quickly onto the side of EG. All the timing's being hit here very early from the side of GamingGladiators. See what Chris can do. Can't contest the creeps. Could be in trouble himself.
The silence. Just to get the help of Whisper here and hold back the rest of GamingGladiators, at least with the root, but I mean, you're just sort of seeing how difficult it is for Chris to make a rotation, really. He turns up to one of these side lanes. He's the one losing all the HP. It's so difficult as sort of an under-leveled, under-farmed Void Spirit to throw your body in and do the damage to get something out of these moves.
And this will all be early before any type of auras come, too. It's like as soon as he makes the next move, Celery actually is going to have mech and Hand of God. So the potential for these kills on the side lanes, it's going to... it feels like it's all going to be up to... It really feels like so much of it's going to be onto Pakaz and what he can do as this Pudge.
Yep.
$3K lead already off of the laning phase. Top. Can they secure the rune?
Andrew will have to pick that up. They couldn't quite hold it to allow Chris to come and pick it up.
And Ace is already... He's starting to work on that humongous stack they've got prepared.
Yeah.
EG, they do not have that similar kind of thing for themselves to be able to farm these stacks or anything. And Whisper, as I was mentioning, he's having that good game, but...
He's farming.
The one scary thing about when you're having a good game on Underlord is there's a Rubik. So Rubiuh, if you got this high level, you know, max Firestorm, Rubiuh's just gonna be able to steal it as soon as he gets that level 6 as well too, and it is a ton of damage. And they are maybe slightly lacking a bit of disables, I guess you could say, for the Void Spirit, but he can steal them as well too. So it really feels like Gaming is off to a phenomenal start and have pretty much all the answers that they're looking to build toward versus this EG draft. EG's got to start getting the ball rolling with some more kills. Because as I was mentioning also before, they don't take objectives. These heroes are killers. They're not building killers.
Chris trying to go for Quinn, but the Rolling Thunder's out. Another step will get him far back, but Quinn, he's going to think about chasing this. He'll back out now that the CPs are coming in.
Can they punish Quinn? Not quite.
Quinn, he's going back in. He goes back in with the swashbuckle and the shield crash onto Panda. And Panda's gone. Finished off there by the Harpy. Another kill in the mid. Now GamingGladiators, they can get the push going on this tier 1 tower in trouble.
They've got easy natural push with the Chen and the Beastmaster whenever he looks to rotate. Can they look for a glimpse? Whisper's even turning up. Should be able to get Tofu.
Quinn's still ready to help out. With the swashbuckle and a shield crash, they'll glimpse him back.
Uh-oh.
I mean, they're trying to take down this Rubiuh. Tofu, he's still alive. Whisper couldn't quite kill him. Another swashbuckle across, and Whisper's dead. They turn up for this mid-fight, but they just cannot deal with the fact that GamingGladiators, they're 5k ahead. How do you get out of this position if you're EG? It feels almost impossible.
It really does. It's so early, and that's how it's feeling already. I mean, Ace, he's also just having a free game, too, at this point. He's got his Helmet Dominator finished with Arcane Boots. He's level 10 on this Beastmaster after farming the Ancients. He's a full level over Pakaz.
We've got to see what Pakaz can do.
This is a good gank here.
They're
Can they finish
up.
it, though?
The roar's off, and TP's already coming in, so it's already getting a bit more complicated for EG, as they're not able to commit for a kill. And now they've got to run. Matthew's getting chased. Quinn turns up. He's got the diffusal blade. Matthew's gone. The axe is nearly finishing off Chris. I mean, Quinn, if he hits a swashbuckle, Chris is going to be dead.
They're dying everywhere, Owen. This is brutal. Even Pakaz, he's getting watched. He's likely to die too. Quinn, he's got him.
Now, stuck in the trees. He'll try his best to juke out the Rolling Thunder. He'll pop the Dismember onto Ace, but he's dead.
Uh-oh.
This is not the start to the tournament that EG were hoping for. I mean, it was always going to be a hard matchup, right? You're turning up against GamingGladiators who've just come off the back of an international win at the Dream League stage, and then before so winning the Major. They're just continuing to be on the same form here. They turned up and they ended up playing this tournament on maximum difficulty in this first game, EG. This was never going to be an easy opponent.
Chris is below the supports on the side of GamingGladiators. He's bottom 3 as a Void Spirit. No way this is ever... I mean, this is almost irrecoverable when they start getting these auras. The mech is already online. They're going to start building even more of these onto perhaps the Beastmaster or something. Maybe they just go for the Chen going for it. Yeah. But everyone even is picking up a casual cloaks. Look, Tofu, he's like, yep, casual cloak. It's actually...
How do you kill these heroes if you're EG?
And he has Firestorm stolen. So, I mean, he could just essentially kill heroes in one type of disable with him, too. Yeah, this is devastating. And they're smoking. Muerta's free farming. Everyone's free farming. Totally free game right now for Gaming. A 10k lead at not even 14 minutes.
That's insane.
How do you fix this?
Definitely one of the biggest and earliest leads in terms of gold per minute between teams that we've seen in a while.
And the devastating thing is, too, you've lost your Wisdom Runes. So now you've got the next Wisdom Rune coming up in 5 seconds. Gaming's making the move toward it. They need this on the Disruptor in order to get his level 6.
If a dead shot hits him, he's not going to grab it.
Oh, he does get it at least.
He does get it just before the dead shot hits. He's still going to die.
At least he gets the rune.
He gets the rune. Yeah, it's something. And at the moment, unfortunately for EG, just sort of a whole lot of nothing.
And Panda, he's just dying to the neutral creeps. Centaur Courser is now online also, so these auras, this magic resist aura, it's gotten nerfed, but it's still unbelievably strong.
Yeah.
So besides all that, I mean, and we've seen the next build, just like they were talking about on the panel. Duracho, he's got Mage Slayer queued up. So that Pudge needs to start getting some stuff happening pretty soon here.
Here we go. They get the glimpse back on Celery.
But there's no damage.
Here we don't go. As indeed, unfortunately for EG, that's another 2 dead. Panda's gone. Double kill for Duracho.
Oh, and this feels honestly pretty over. I don't know what they do. They got to start. Really, what needs to happen now for the side of EG is they got to start really grouping up and just showing up with more numbers somehow. But the thing is that Gaming's just prepared every time. It feels like they always have numbers themselves.
And honestly, just at this point, even if they catch sort of game and split up, even if there's only just sort of 2 heroes, you got 5 heroes of EG going for them. There's a high chance that the 2 heroes will be able to keep one another alive. They've just got that much farm right now, GamingGladiators, in this advance.
And they're just playing together. 4 heroes playing together. Ace on his own little island, doing his own thing, farming excellently. Hey, this beast, he's level 13. He's gonna hit a ridiculous timing on his Helm of Overlord. Yeah, look at the neutral farm. All those stacks that Tofu made, really having a massive impact.
I guess one thing though, honestly, considering just overall how this game's gone so far, it's definitely, you wouldn't really point to it being like an issue with a certain pick, really. It's just overall the play from GamingGladiators. Like, this isn't a case of, oh, the Pudge carry's bad, right? Because if you had a different carry here, I don't think anything different would be happening, Fogged, with how fast this is going.
I mean, the mid lane can't go this one-sided,
You think that was sort of the beginning of the collapse?
It definitely makes a huge difference. I mean, Quinn is just literally applying pressure everywhere. He's able to react to everything. The supports are having a free lane too.
Yep.
Yeah, this is just devastating.
Yeah, we're reaching that 1K a minute already, and we're just 16 minutes in. There's an insane lead from GamingGladiators.
And how do they pressure lanes and towers, as we've been saying? The objectives, it's just not really there. So EG, how do they find some type of kills? They're under ward vision. They're constantly going to be getting kept tabs of. Pakaz has Aghanims at the very least, but they're already starting to itemize to deal with it. Glimmer's done on Tofu. They're going to be getting the Mage Slayer very soon too. So let's see if they can try to get any type of kill, because I feel like the supports are just going to surpass all the cores soon.
I mean, one more good fight for GamingGladiators, and they certainly will.
This is unreal. So let's see what they can get a smoke. A 5-man smoke, it's needed.
If this doesn't go well, we may even see the GGs being dropped.
I think we might.
It is very much in that state right now, this game.
They're grouped up. They're ready. They're already starting to perhaps commit for Roche.
And they're going to get the information now. We'll see if they can jump anyone. They're going to go for Ace.
He's got Helm of Overlord
They're
ready.
not killing him.
Oh, God.
And now they're running. As EG, they look for the fight, but they very quickly decide that they didn't want to look for this at all. They're having to split up and run. Pakaz gets left behind.
They're all going to die.
Panda as well is caught. A final ult. They're on the way out. There's 4 dead.
Chris still can't find literally anything. I mean, they run into Ace, but that feels like it's like the worst target to run into. Quinn just gets a free setup.
At this point, any target's a worse target.
That's
right?
true.
I don't know who they're killing if they find any of these heroes. They're just that far ahead, GamingGladiators.
And they get a Roche now, off the bat of everything. Quinn nearly has Aghanims. These timings are coming faster than they call it. It's over.
Well, welcome to the Major, ladies and gentlemen. That's game 1. A rough one. A rough one